What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Tim Sports Talk. And today we're talking about Ryan Fitzpatrick placed on IR with a hip subluxation, I think it's called. Anyway, apparently it's where the hip doesn't fully dislocate it. It's just a slightly dislodged. They reset it, and he could miss up to 6 to 8 weeks. And I know a lot of you Skins fans are saying, again, we lost our starting quarterback. I mean, this has just been uncanny what we've been going through the last few years. Ever since Alex Smith obviously just got absolutely destroyed. Of course, we had Kyle Allen get hurt. We had Colt McCoy get hurt so many times with his fibulas. We had Josh Johnson get hurt. We had Taylor HEINICKE get hurt. Now Ryan Fitzpatrick gets hurt. And we have just been through the ringer with all these quarterback injuries. But let me just say this. This could be a blessing in disguise, all right? Not because Taylor HEINICKE is the answer, but because Taylor HEINICKE can win more games and make this offense look better than Ryan Fitzpatrick can. I know. You look at all the crazy stats, and he's compared to this stat, he's compared to Brady. Compared to this, he's compared to Wilson. Compared to this, he's compared to Aaron Rodgers. Fitzpatrick is not Aaron Rodgers, okay? If you start looking at the turnovers, he probably compares to Daniel Jones, right? Injuries, he compares to Alex Smith. No, I'm just kidding. But you get it. He is not the answer at QB whatsoever, especially not a 39-year-old Ryan Fitzpatrick who's never been to the playoffs in his life. And that's who he signed, $10 million. Charles Leno might be the MVP of the game because he let that rusher go. Absolutely terrible play by Charles Leno Jr. Just lets the defensive end just take out Ryan Fitzpatrick, basically uncontested. And it was terrible. So bad. But Taylor HEINICKE came in and the offense looked better. Nobody can deny that. All 4 of Terry McLaurin's targets, and actually there was 5. For some reason they didn't include the one before the half. I guess because it wasn't a great throw where Taylor HEINICKE tried to throw it downfield to Terry McLaurin. I don't know why they didn't count that as a target, but it clearly was a target because he was the only receiver in the area. But nonetheless, all 5 targets, if you include that one, came from Taylor HEINICKE. None of them from Ryan Fitzpatrick, which is just so unacceptable. I just can't imagine what the thought process was to never even really look Terry's way, let alone give him a target. So I think this is actually going to be an improvement in the quarterback room. We've seen Taylor HEINICKE come in now. He doesn't win a lot of games, but he brings the offense another step forward that Ryan Fitzpatrick can't because he has the mobility. He makes plays with his legs all the time. Did you see that Brett Favre-style double-handed chest pass he threw? I believe it was to Terry? I think it was to Terry underneath. One of his targets was a double chest, but he made it happen with his legs. He acted like he was going to run. He forced the corner to come up that was guarding Terry, and Terry was wide open, and he double passed it. It was great. We're going to see a lot more stuff like that. Now, we are going to see balls that are going to get intercepted. Taylor HEINICKE is not perfect. That Terry McLaurin catch that was just incredible on the sideline, that probably should have been picked off. I mean, it was right in the DB's hands. It went right through the DB's hands somehow. Terry McLaurin, wonderful concentration to come down with it. But, nonetheless, Taylor HEINICKE he's going to give us some bad plays. He's going to give us some good plays. But he's going to make it a lot more interesting than I believe, at least, than Fitzpatrick does. He knows the offense. He's been in this style offense for years now because he was there with Carolina. Then he came in last year. Now he's here a full offseason with us. He has to know. He's a mathematician, right? He was a math major in college, or at least trying to go to B again or something, going for his 2nd degree. The dude's a smart man. So is Ryan Fitzpatrick. Don't get me wrong. He was a Harvard grad. Clearly a smart dude. But Taylor HEINICKE, also a really smart dude, matched with the ability of the mobility and the ability to throw. So I'm excited for Taylor HEINICKE. I want to give him a shot. Should we bring in somebody else? Well, first off, we did. We brought in Pat Shurmur's son, the old head coach of the Giants, and I believe he's now the offensive coordinator for the Broncos. We brought in his son, Kyle Shurmur, who is a 24-year-old, 6'4" quarterback from Vanderbilt. I don't know anything about him other than he's just kind of been going around the league. He hasn't really stuck in one place. And you would think, if his dad was the offensive coordinator or the head coach, he would be on one of those teams. I don't think he's ever played with his dad. Maybe his dad's also like, hey, I want you to make it on your own. I don't want you to feel like, hey, you're under my shadow. I don't know. Either way, I don't think Kyle Shurmur to the practice squad is going to be the main difference. So right now, we're going to be Kyle Allen as our backup. Taylor Heineke as the starter. We'll see if we bring in anybody else to compete. But Taylor Heineke seems like he's given the keys to the kingdom for the next 6 to 8 weeks. And I hope he takes advantage so that even when Fitzpatrick comes back, Fitzpatrick doesn't even take the job. Wouldn't that be nice, right? Like, I hope we let's just look so much better. Because honestly, I know a lot of Skins fans were like, oh, the offense was dead. The offense was bad. The offense wasn't great. But we were moving the ball. I mean, yeah, sure, it was helped with some penalties, but we were still giving our defense rest. We were still moving the ball. I mean, it was like 3 drives, and the worst one was 39 yards in the second half, outside, of course, the horrible fumble. That sucks. You can't fumble on the 4-yard line. That's just unacceptable, or 3-yard line. But nonetheless, our offense was moving the ball the other 3 drives. We only had the ball 4 times in the second half, and that's because the defense couldn't get off the field. We allowed 14 of 19 on third down. We allowed like a 6-minute and 43 drive to ice the game. That's how long the drive was for the Chargers. They could have easily scored, but they didn't, because a lot of fans were like, oh, they only scored 20 points. They could have scored 40, okay? It's irrelevant. We got lucky with the fumble call. We got lucky, not lucky, but it was a nice interception by Will Jack, but they were in the red zone again. So they were driving. Then, of course, they scored the touchdown on the next one, and then we just didn't stop them, and they could have easily scored a touchdown at the end of the game. We couldn't stop a soul on defense. But we're getting a better quarterback, I think. I think this is going to be the best quarterback that we've had since Alex Smith's first tenure, where we were about 6-2, 6-3, almost beat Houston. I think we're going to have – this is our best quarterback since then, and I'm really interested to see where it goes. Can he become a top half of the league, like top 16, top 15? I don't think he's ever going to be top 10, top 5, but can he all of a sudden be somebody that is an average quarterback in the league and with an improved defense, which I hope it improves, and some interesting weapons once Curtis Samuel comes back week 4? What can he do? And that's what we're going to find out. But you guys let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also in the description below, there's a Discord link. Hop in our Discord and come talk some football. And last but not least, there are donation links in the description below. If you feel so kind, you could donate to the channel. Thank you so much for 1,500 subs. We just got there. We just crushed it yesterday. I think I had like 1,427. We got over 75 subs in one day. Thank you all for subbing to the channel. But hey, until next time. See ya!